Hello, Sue here. Thanks so much for coming back today. I am making another pocket. This will be, I've seen these pockets, I've never actually made one, so this is going to be interesting for me. It's actually made from a circle. So I'm going to use this plate that you may recognise. It usually sits with odds and ends on my desk. You basically want something that is round. Well, this has got a fluted edge, so it might not be perfectly round, but I think it will do. What you need to remember is the size of your plate across, and this one is 6.5. Your finished pocket will be half that size. So my finished pocket should be around 3.25, thereabouts. Okay, so we need to pop this down. And with a pencil, I'm just going to draw around the edge. Now I'm working with digital paper. This one's from the Graphics Fairy. And what I've done is not at all round. I mean, you know, it's round basically, but it's a bit fluted, so we'll see how that goes. Double-sided is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so you need double-sided paper for this, and preferably not too thick, is my understanding. I've gone a bit thicker than yesterday's 50 gram, but this is, I think, 100 grams copy paper. Now, I'm not following those fluted lines. Well, I'm trying not to anyway. I'm trying to keep it as round as I can, and hope that inking the edges will disguise the irregularities. How are you all today? Are you well? It's Saturday, so for those of you who still work, it's a rest day. Try and rest. I guess I remember from my working days, the weekends were taken up mostly with catching up on the chores, and any crafting was done in the evening. So I get it. There we go, that's roughly a circle. And we're not going to waste this, we'll use that piece somewhere along the way. So, can't see my pencil line particularly, a couple of spots there. So now would be a good time just to erase any pencil marks. There's another one. And I'm going to just ink around the edges of my circle. Like I say, it will disguise the fact that my circle wasn't a true circle. If you had a big circle die, that would be useful. You can and use any size. Just remember that your finished pocket will be half the size of the circle you used. Okay, that will do. Right, so the next thing is to fold the outside edges in, and you want to fold them to roughly the center. So if I'm saying that my piece is 6.5, then 3.25, 1, 2, 3.25, the center is approximately here. So I'm going to use a ruler to help me once again. And just fold that in, and I'm going to go slightly, like a hair's breadth over that halfway point. And then you need to do the same on the other side, only on the other side you want to come in so that you just cover that circle, because you're going to add a little bit of glue there. Okay, now this is where I like to try and keep things straight. And that's not straight. Okay, let's just eyeball it. Okay, there we go. So that's just covered that spot there. Okay, so just and the next thing is to take your the bottom piece up to approximately the center. So again, 1, 2, 3 1/4. So the center is around about there. Okay, and we'll score that one or burnish it. Okay, so then what you need to do is open out your pocket, and on this line here, which is the line going up this way, we want to now cut to the 2 central folds. So I'm going to take my scissors and just cut to that fold line. And the same on this side. Yep. So basically you end up with this. Fold that up. And then these pieces you fold back. Like so. There you go. So you can see you'll end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets on the front there. Depending on how you add this to your page, you could end up with another pocket at the back, or possibly even at the side. Okay, so now we need to add some glue. So we'll open her up and just add enough glue to hold this. You don't want to put too much on, otherwise it will spread out and cause you an issue in your pocket. So that's pretty good. And then we need to ink just a fine line across here. And this side. And fold those up. Okay, and that should secure this pocket. The next one is to add a thin bead of glue across the bottom of this side piece. Maybe a bit much there. And the same on here. press that down. There we go, there's the pocket finished. Now all we've got to do is add some ephemera, some bits inside the pocket, but I'll show you how that fits on my page. This was our last page with the little houses in. I've taken those out, and this was obviously a card, so what I've done, it was plain white inside. What I've done is just collage the inside, and my pocket will fit around about there. And I am going to glue this completely down, I think, because my book is getting a bit chunky. So I think I will glue. I can still glue on 3 sides. That will be enough to hold it. But I'm not anticipating putting anything at the back at this stage. Okay, so I'm going to go and get organised and find a few bits of ephemera or get some pieces out ready to make some ephemera, and I will be back. Okay, now you can decorate these first little pockets. I've just used a couple of these. I've had these. They're washi, but they're like roses, blue roses. I've had them for so long and I never use them. So I've stuck one on each side. And then I thought, well, I'll just fill those tiny pockets at the front with tiny pieces of ephemera. These are little handmade stamps, postage stamps. That was another of Liz's makes, or some time ago now, on Buttons for Brains. But they're cute, and I've also got this circle cut out here. I thought we could pop that in. Now in the next pocket I've got this little journal card that has been around in my box for a while. Not sure where that came from. I'm going to pop that in here. I just tied a bow in some of this mohair style wool. And then for the back pocket I have this image, and what I want to do is this is from a magazine, so it's got something on the back. What I want to do is, I'm just checking to see if there's a right and a wrong way. I don't think there is. It's really just an abstract pattern. So what I'm going to do is glue that to this other piece of cardstock, other piece of card, so that we can attach this like a journal tag. So let's have a look. And it is shiny, but I don't mind that. And then I want this piece that I have distressed and inked around the edges. Torn it, made it look a bit old. And that will go on here. These are quick pockets, really. It takes you longer to organise your ephemera. I need to make a bit more ephemera, I think. I find it quite hard because you never know what your next journal is going to look like. But as soon as I've got that fabric cover, I didn't do that very well. Yeah, I've got that fabric cover ready to go. So I really need to pick some pages for that. and I think what I'll do is I'll just make very neutral coloured bits and bobs to go in it. Okay, I'll just trim around this. I'm using my craft knife. Actually, that will probably need to be okay. In that case, we'll trim off the end as well. There we go. Round those corners. Oh, that won't do it. It's better. Okay, let's just make sure that that goes in now. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, we want that much off. Now, I wasn't going to punch a hole in that. I don't honestly think it needs it. It now slips in quite nicely. These bits in the bottom are good. It's just there we go. And that's it. We've got this piece with the wool at the top that adds just that fibre. I mean, you could put more. I've got other bits and bobs around. I thought that one was a bit tall, to be honest, for my page. Yeah. And I've got another tag here that could possibly slip behind there. You know, it just depends how much you want in your pocket. For me, or for my little journal, I think that's going to be enough. Yeah, I'm going to call that it. So just a little bit of ink along the top there, where I've trimmed. And let's put that on the page. So you can see it fits quite nicely on there. And I think what I will do is I will glue on 3 sides, just in case I change my mind and want to pop another tag behind it. I've got a few tags lying around that need a home. So we'll see. And if we sit it around about there, not too close to these punched holes. There we go. So that was a simple pocket for lots of ephemera. You can actually pop a lot into those pockets. And as I say, I've done it now, so you could actually add another one behind it. And that one might be a bit wide now. Try that one. Yep, you could. I'm not going to, but you could. All right. So that is our page for today, which is, I think, day 66. I made another pocket, and I made this one from music paper. They're so quick and easy. These would be great for batch making. Haven't got that very central. But, you know, once you've got your ephemera in there, probably won't even notice. All right, that's it from me today. Hope you're having a lovely weekend, and I hope you can call back for my next video, which should be tomorrow. Okay, thanks so much. Bye now.